Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we congratulate Makai Mosby, recently elected to a second term as president of MTSU Student Government Association. We talked to him about his goals and aspirations for the coming school year. We brief you on cybersecurity, one of the new majors in the Jones College of Business, and how it is connecting students with in-demand careers. Associate Dean Nita Brooks joins us to discuss. And it's great to be a Blue Raider as our athletics department plans for the new school year and through its Build Blue campaign, the future. Joining us to tell us more is Deputy Athletics Director Lee DeLeon. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Makai Mosby was recently elected to a second term as president of MTSU Student Government Association. He's here to talk with us about his goals and aspirations for the coming school year. But one thing is very clear, our student body president is indeed true blue. Mr. President, welcome back to Out of the Blue.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on your second term. Did you love it so much? You wanted to do it again?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I think that we have a real shot again to do something that we've never done before. That's unite students, that's get them excited, that's really increase student engagement. That's my focus.
You know, it tells, that focus shows. Your engagement levels are just off the chart. I see you not only at events, but I see you actively participating in events, whether you're riding rides or with a microphone in your hand. I've rarely seen in my time a president as engaged and as engaging as you. What's your secret, man? How do you do this?
I honestly believe that students have to see you. We want to increase student engagement and their involvement, and they have to see their student leaders involved and engaged. I'm never going to ask the students to do something that I'm not willing to do myself, and I have to lead by example. So that's my philosophy.
Wow. Most only serve one term because they're trying to graduate and get things done. You've got the opportunity to have an additional year. How's that going to work? Are you going to reflect on some of the things you did previously and build upon those things?
Absolutely. So year one was building relationships. That's building connections across campus, building partnerships and collaborations with different departments, different administrators. Year two is working with those same individuals to see how can we accomplish goals together. I believe that everybody has to come to the table to play their part in order to accomplish the goal at hand. And so that's what year two is going to be about, knocking on those doors, walking across those bridges we just built this year to really figure out what can we do to best serve the needs of students and leave a lasting impression.
Well, you talked about building relationships, the relationships I know you have with President McPhee and other members of the cabinet. I see you in the cabinet. And what's remarkable is not only are you telling us what activities the student government is doing, which is extensive, but you're weighing in on the things that we're talking about, you know, both in person and email. You are not retreating behind process. You are making sure that your voices are heard. Why is that important?
I think that you can't have 20,000 seats at the table. And so when you are the representative of that many groups of students and that many students, you have to ensure that you are not only representing them to your best ability, but you're really advocating for their specific needs. It's not about what Makai wants. It's not about what Makai thinks. It's how can I best serve and represent students? How can I vocalize 20,000 different voices? So if that looks like meeting with different groups to come to a consensus of what that one desire is, then that happens. If that looks like forming the President's Roundtable, like I was able to do last year, where we invited student leaders to be a part of these discussions, then that's how I believe effective change happens. It's very important to be at the table. I mean, it's a very important thing to not only be at the table, but be involved with the conversations at the table as well.
Reflect over the previous year, your first term. What are you proudest of?
I'm super excited about just the reimagining of student engagement. I think and I'll speak transparently, it has been down. And so this year we really kind of looked at, okay, what's going wrong? And so this past year, I'm excited about the team that I was able to bring apart with Homecoming. Homecoming was one of our best events. It's always amazing. I'm looking forward to that September 21st as well.
Right.
But I also am just excited about what SGAs. We have reimagined our whole organization where we have complete at-large seats, which means we are able to involve more students in that process. That even looks like redesigning our mentorship program within our organization, where veteran SGA members are now mentoring freshmen, incoming students into our organization. So we have a revolving door of student leaders. I'm just excited about the groundwork, the foundation we were able to really build this past year, and I'm looking forward to what's to come.
I see you out on the court at basketball games, the microphone in your hand.
Absolutely.
You're engaged with our athletics department. Talk to me about that forward-facing events that when you're talking directly to students from the field, from the court.
I have to stop and reflect, really, because that is probably one of the most joy. My biggest joy is being able to do that, excite students. I'm a naturally enthusiastic person. Like, I enjoy being happy. I enjoy being that light to everyone. And what that looks like on the football field, the basketball court, is how do students see themselves in you? So if it looks like leading the chant, I have to lead them into that excitement. I have to build that excitement. I figured, even talking to our new coach, Mason, he has big on student engagement. And so being able to have transparent conversation with him over this summer has been, how do we increase student involvement? You know them better than I do, and he's really at the table. And so it's taking that vision that athletics have with student engagement, playing my part as their student leader to get them excited, to get them to games, to get them involved in our athletic process.
Well, it's impressive, everything you do for this campus. Mekhi, thank you for stepping up to serve again as our student body president.
Looking forward to it.
And we'll be right back.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars no matter what they pursue. We do it. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check, 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge, and our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University. Learn to shine.
The Jennings A. Jones College of Business at Middle Tennessee State University is the #1 producer of business talent in the greater Nashville area. Our nationally ranked programs and state-of-the-art facilities offer a world-class education at an affordable price. The exclusive partnership of Jones College with Dale Carnegie Training Worldwide equips our graduates with the soft skills they need to succeed. Jones College of Business. It delivers an education for the real world.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Cybersecurity, one of the new majors in the Jones College of Business, is connecting students with in-demand careers. Joining us to discuss this great program is Associate Dean Nita Brooks. Nita, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I cannot believe this is the first time we've had you on Out of the Blue.
It is. I've just hidden.
Well, you have not hidden. You are far from hiding because you've got some great news to talk about. Our cybersecurity major
That's right.
Launched in January 2024. Tell us about how it's working, how it's going, and what does it cover?
Sure. We are very excited about this program. So currently I'm the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs and Accreditation in the Jones College. Prior to that, I worked as a professor, still am, in Information Systems and Analytics, and worked closely with the department developing this program. So we're just thoroughly excited about it. It is the first BS in cybersecurity program, obviously, on campus, and really it grew out of a couple of things. We saw a need in the market, certainly, for these jobs, and working closely with companies within the Middle Tennessee region. And of course, just watching the news, you know that there's a need for qualified employees to fill these types of positions across all industries. But we have had for years, since I've been here, a specialization, then a concentration at our graduate level. So we have had a presence in that cybersecurity area for a very long time. So we were thrilled to be able to bring this degree to MTSU for our students.
Obviously, like you mentioned in the news, this is always a concern. It just seems like cybersecurity is a constant need because the threat is very real. How responsive have our students been to the launch of this degree, and where do you see the trajectory of the program?
Yeah, well, we have obviously high hopes for the program. I think we're going to continue to see an increased demand for this. We had several students right away jump into the program, and of course we're still rolling out the first round of all of the new courses that we have. We'll have courses in things like security analytics and Python, and we'll do things in SQL and penetration testing and incident response, all of the topics that students need to be exposed to really prep them to go into an organization and work in the field. So we anticipate a pretty big growth rate for this program.
What I really loved about what I read about this program is that this has a built-in business minor. Why is that important?
Yes, well, one, just being in the Jones College, I think we have we recognize the importance of having a context for what our students are doing. So looking at something that's a little different from our traditional BBA degrees, being a BS degree, it gave us some flexibility, but we felt that our students really needed to have that foundation of business knowledge. So courses in finance and economics and business law, just to name a few, so they can understand the structure of the organization and the work that they're going to be doing when they go into cybersecurity. And that could be whether it's a government job, whether it's a for-profit institution, you know, it really doesn't matter. They need to understand what the business is. And so we think that's critical for our students. The structure of the program also gives them enough room really to add what would be the equivalent of a second minor or another area of concentration, which again, I think strengthens the program.
That's great. So you mentioned job expectations, job force, preparing those. Let's talk about some of the jobs that these candidates, these graduates would be looking at.
Sure. I would say we're not very good at having consistent titles across organizations for jobs in IT. We never have been.
Who has, yeah.
Yeah, never. But I would say, you know, throwing the word analyst on a lot of jobs is what our students will start out doing. So being security analyst, data analyst, working within security, working in security operations centers. And then of course we hope through our graduate program that we also see students moving into those higher level positions, managing cybersecurity within organizations. So I think everything from that entry level person, which just as a quick statistic, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics projects that those jobs, just a security analyst job, will grow over 30% in this 10-year period. So again, I think it's sort of that entry level title that we see, but it varies across organizations.
Well, you've already referenced, it was going to be the next thing I was asking, you've got an MS in cybersecurity management that started this summer.
Yes.
And let's walk through that. What are you hoping to accomplish with that degree?
Yes, so this will give our students the ability to focus. So instead of having an MS in information systems with a concentration, they'll actually have an MS in cybersecurity management. That gave us the flexibility to offer some new courses and focus more of the content in the 30-hour program in cybersecurity. So they'll do things with infrastructure, with governance, looking at topics like AI and what that means within the cybersecurity field. So we're really setting them up to manage those cybersecurity assets and governance within organizations.
And plus, what a great degree name. I mean, it really speaks to exactly what you're hoping it would do. Let's put on your Associate Dean's hat for a second. Let's talk about the Jones College of Business. My impression after watching you guys for more than a decade is you're constantly trying to figure out what the workforce needs in delivering programs around this. Cybersecurity is a great example of that, but isn't that sort of like everything you're doing in the Jones College of Business as well in all the disciplines?
It is, and I think that's, again, one of the things that really is a benefit to the students at MTSU, is because we do try to pay attention to what's going on out in the real world. We're also looking at some new programs in focused areas that are based really on what the organizations need, not just in Middle Tennessee, that's always where we start, right? But also looking at it nationally and internationally, like what's going on in the market and where do we need to be preparing our students to enter the workforce.
So let's speak directly to the prospective students thinking about coming to MTSU and their parents. What should they be doing in high school to prep them best for a degree like in cybersecurity? What are the things they should be doing now?
Sure. Well, I think to be successful in any field, obviously you want to have the interest in it. So I think that sort of is checkbox one, right? That we have students that want to go into this world of IT and technology and systems. That doesn't always translate to just being a programmer or anything that some people may think is super technical. We have a lot of different types of jobs, from project management, working with data, looking at analytics, doing database stuff, and all of that applies to specifically cybersecurity as well. So I think just that interest in taking advantage of anything that is offered within the high schools, and to be honest, it's even some stuff in middle schools, and everything along the path that could help them prep for going into a technology-related field would be beneficial.
So where can our students find out more information about your program?
Sure. If they go to www.mtsu.edu/cybersecurity, they'll find all about the new BS in cyber. And again, if they want to learn more about the master's program, they can go directly to our department website from there as well.
Nita Brooks, Associate Dean of the Jones College of Business. Thanks for joining us to talk about this great program.
Thank you for having me. We're excited. Thanks.
And we'll be right back.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University. And students come here to become stars, no matter what they pursue. We do it all. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check, 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge. And our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University. Learn to shine.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. It's a great day to be a Blue Raider, and our athletics department is planning for the new school year and, through the Build Blue campaign, the future of the program. Joining us to tell us all about it is Deputy Athletics Director Lee DeLeon. Lee, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
You've never been on Out of the Blue before.
It's my first time.
Your first time. We're glad to have you here. We're glad to talk about Build Blue.
No doubt.
Everybody is so proud of what they've seen coming out of the ground. We've got steel in the air right next to the stadium. Talk about that Student Athlete Performance Center.
So when I started in November of 2021 was the day that we launched the Build Blue campaign, and there was so much buzz and excitement. It felt like it was long overdue. It felt like it was time for this moment in our history. And so to see it come to life and come to fruition and to have the beams go up, it's been unbelievably exciting. You know, we have our topping out ceremony this month on the 11th with the Board of Trustees, and it's going to be a really special occasion that, you know, we've actually reached the highest point of the construction and we're really moving forward. This is happening. So everything is still on time and on budget. We're scheduled for completion in July of 2025. The funding for that building in particular has been completely secured. It's a $66 million, 85,000 square foot building, 3 stories tall. It's got a new weight room for all student athletes, a new training room for all student athletes, a new nutrition center for all student athletes, and then the rest of the building is primarily focused on football. We have the football locker room, equipment room, coaches' offices, meeting rooms, team auditorium, and then the 3rd floor, which I'm personally really excited about, is the SRM Concrete Club. And so that's a space that we could use throughout the year. We can rent it out. We can make some money through that operation. We could have, you know, retreats, rehearsal dinners, wedding receptions, luncheons, whatever is of interest. So that's a facility that we'll use throughout the year. And then on game day, it's going to be like an upscale sports bar. It's going to have a great vibe and energy to it. And we're going to have people that can donate and buy access into that space. But man, it's really coming to life. It's happening. We're so excited. In addition to the Student Athlete Performance Center, we've already completed the outdoor tennis complex, which was an $8 million state-of-the-art tennis facility with 8 courts and a building that includes our coaches' offices, locker rooms, players' lounge, and that has been a home run. I mean, a grand slam. I mean, it's been unbelievable. And we've already had several matches outdoors, including the Conference USA tournament, which was a big success. So already the Build Blue campaign has made a tremendous impact on our campus, and it's only going to continue to do so.
But it's also going to cause the migration of some operations that were in Murphy Center into that new building, which gives us opportunity at Murphy Center. Talk about that.
So the next step of the process that we're heavily involved with currently with our architects and contractors is once football moves out of the Murphy Center, how do we recapture and repurpose that space and really make it more beneficial for our basketball programs, men's and women's. So right now, the football offices, the football locker room, the football equipment room, the football training room are all in the Murphy Center, which is not normal for a football operations to be housed in a basketball arena. But that's worked for many years, and now that we're pulling those operations out into the new building, we can backfill that space. And so right now we're in the middle of a feasibility study to assess how much each thing that we want to do at the Murphy Center will cost. And so pretty soon we'll know exactly what's going to go into the Murphy Center renovation, but right now we're still in the exploratory phases.
Well, it's an exciting conversation to have. We're very proud of Murphy Center. Just recently celebrated its 50th anniversary. And you know, there are many buildings on campus that serve multiple purposes. Murphy Center is, of course, in your perspective, you know, our place of our basketball programs, but it is a community focal point.
And a classroom.
A classroom operation for many of our colleges. And high school graduations take place, and our own graduations take place there, but also concerts. And concert events, huge history of that. And we sort of had a reminder of the past glory with the Judds concert in 2022. Part of what we're looking at with some of these changes is to make that building more viable in those areas as well.
We want it to be a community hub. We want to revitalize that whole part of campus, as you mentioned earlier. We want to draw more people to Murfreesboro and to MTSU. And one way that we can do that is not only through athletic events, but through concerts and through community events. It is a phenomenal facility with a rich history, as you mentioned, over 50 years. And the Glass House, people love it.
It's beautiful.
And so when they get to experience the Glass House and all of its amenities, maybe they'll be more likely to attend MTSU or to come back as an alum or to donate as a donor.
A lot to talk about. We could talk all day on Build Blue, but I want to touch on a couple of things. First of all, we've got a new partnership with Van Wagner.
That's right.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So we have outsourced our sponsorship sales in athletics for years, probably the last 2 decades. And the most recent tenure of time was with a company called Learfield. And Learfield was a great partner. They have over 200 schools that they work with. But Van Wagner has emerged recently. They have more like 40 to 50 schools, and they really specialize in schools our size. Kind of that group of 5, up and coming, underdog schools that are well on their way and on the trajectory of becoming a bigger, better program. And so they work with schools like Liberty and Temple and Pepperdine and UTEP, Florida International. In fact, they have 6 of the 10 Conference USA schools.
Okay.
So they really know our size program and our size market, and we think that they're going to really be able to take our sponsorship and corporate partnerships to the next level. So we signed a 10-year contract. It started on April 1. We're very excited about partnering with Van Wagner.
Well, so many changes in your neck of the woods. That's a positive change. Can't end the show without talking about the great home football season we're about to go into. 3 out of the first 4 games are home.
Yep.
Home opener August 31st against Tech. And Coach Mason's been on the program talking about the excitement and the energy he's trying to bring in. Talk about that opportunity we have from an athletics program to have those 4 great games. Away
It's
game at Ole
amazing.
Miss.
Yeah, it's amazing. The first 30 days or so of the football season are going to be absolutely incredible. We open at home to kick off the Derek Mason era against our old rivals, Tennessee Tech. And I think that has a chance to be a huge crowd. A lot of buzz about Coach Mason, understandably so. He's got great energy and what I call juice. He brings juice and swagger, and I'm really excited about him. And so the kickoff of the Derek Mason era. Then we go to Ole Miss in Oxford, which will be a great game. They'll probably be top 10 when we play them. Then we host Western Kentucky, our 100 Miles of Hate rivalry. Mm-hmm. That'll also be family weekend. And so that'll be a great crowd. And then follow that up with homecoming against Duke. So, man, what a lineup.
What a lineup. 3
out of the first 4 games will be at home. The weather should be great. The energy should be electric. And hopefully we can capitalize on that, because from my experiences here in the 3 years I've been here, when people come to our games and they experience Floyd Stadium, they want to come back. They have fun. They enjoy the tailgating at the Grove. They enjoy the beer garden. They enjoy the music. They enjoy the football. We just got to get people to come and try it out. And so that's why you love these early season games that have the potential to have a large crowd, because then hopefully they'll come back and buy tickets throughout the rest of the game and continue to support the Blue Raiders.
So, hey, Lee, where can I go to find out everything that's going on in athletics on the web?
Yeah, the official website for athletics is goblueraiders.com, and for Bill Blue, it's billbluenow.com.
Well, goblueraiders.com. It's got a lot of great information, got a lot of news stories, everything you want to know, and of course, Bill Blue out there as well.
Exactly.
Lee DeLeon, our Deputy AD, talking to us about all the great things in Blue Raider athletics. Bill Blue is fantastic. Thanks for everything you're doing for this campus.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
And this does wrap up this edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder, you can find news and information about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. You can find additional special content on our social media platforms, X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Broadcasting from the Center for Educational Media, I'm Andrew Ottman. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain true blue.